During the Middle Ages, India was exporting many spices to the world, especially Europe. When the Byzantine Empire fell, the Ottomans took over the land that blocked the spice trade plus the Silk Road to Europe. When all of this happened, European countries scrambled to find a new trade route to India, but got blocked off by other countries or natural barriers. The Spanish, Portuguese, and Ottomans were quick to block off the easy routes. Then after that, many countries started to send expeditions to go around the north of Russia and trade above the North Pole. But these were met by harsh weather and ice plains that made the journey impossible as it blocked the ship's path. A man proposed an idea to a friend who had connections to the Queen. That idea was a way to find the Northwest Passage. After a little back and forth, his request was accepted. On his first attempt, he made his way around the southern tip of Greenland and started heading north up the coast. Along the way north, he ran into native Inuit tribes who greeted them warmly, and they traded goods and music. After these interactions, he started going west and ended up in the vast Cumberland Sound in Nunavut, Canada. After realizing his mistake, he turned around and unable to continue due to the weather, he turned back. Then after a few decades, one man, a British man named Henry Hudson, got employed by the Dutch to find a way around the Americas. When he got to the Americas, he eventually meandered into the Hudson River. Okay guys, it's unlucky the route. I think we can leave. Oh my gosh guys, look, beavers, we're gonna be rich! So then they returned to the Netherlands and made a lot of money off of beaver pelts. Can we just retire already? No, we haven't even found the passage yet. So Henry got his crew together and set back to search for the passage. After some time, the crew ended up in James Bay. Why are you so eager to find this route if it might not even exist? Shut up and do your job! But sir, you don't even pay me anymore. This was the last straw for Hudson's crew. Eventually, they decided to maroon him on an island. When they returned to the Netherlands, they somehow got away with committing mutiny. Sir Martin Frobisher brought 3 ships, and when he returned, he reported about possible gun mines, but his expeditions were pretty unsuccessful.
One explorer named William Baffin discovered the Baffin Island in an attempt to get to India, and he managed to get 300 miles further than John Davis.
Earlier than anyone before, James Cook was a very adventurous person.
He attempted to go around South America and also succeeded gathering lots of fame.
But that was before the Spanish got there and blocked off the route, as the English did not keep it to themselves. James found and discovered New Caledonia in the Pacific and South Sandwich Islands and South Georgia Island in the Atlantic. When he got back, none of his crew caught scurvy, surprisingly. In 1776, people thought that the Northwest Passage was a viable option, so they sent for a person to lead a voyage. The man to undertake the search obviously was Cook, and in July 1776, he went off again in the Resolution with another Whitby ship, the Discovery. The search was unsuccessful, for neither Northwest or Northeast Passage usable by sailing ships existed, and the voyage led to Cook's death. Eventually, there was one man in the early 1900s, Roald Amundsen, with the assistance of new technology across the Northwest Passage. But at this point, finding the passage was useless as there was no need for it because new trade routes had opened up. The only real success in this part of history was India, who got killer rich off the whole thing.